I've made my name as the guy showing people what's left in a city. We're in Vancouver, a major urban center. This is not like any national park or provincial park. It's a very unique situation. This is an ancient forest right beside downtown, and it should be treated with respect, but we don't do that.
For decades, Stanley Park has stood as a cherished symbol of Vancouver's natural heritage. It captivates the hearts of over 8 million tourists each year, offering a sanctuary where nature and urban life coexist harmoniously. This sprawling urban oasis spans 1,000 acres of lush, ancient forest, with breathtaking waterfront views, showcasing the natural beauty that defines the city. Visitors are drawn to its serene landscapes, ancient trees, and vibrant wildlife, with thousands of native species calling this park home. Among Vancouver residents, Stanley Park holds deep cultural significance as more than just a tourist attraction. Stanley Park is not merely a green space, but a living testament to Vancouver's commitment to preserving its natural environment amidst urban development. It is the beating heart of the city, a place where generations of locals have formed memories through family picnics, leisurely bike rides along the seawall, and quiet moments of reflection amidst its tranquil scenery.
We're in Vancouver, a major urban center, and I'm right beside a 1,200-year-old tree, a few meters away from downtown right now. Essentially, there's a parking lot just that way. You can hear eagles singing around me, and it feels like you're in an intact original forest, because you sort of are.
Despite its beauty, Stanley Park finds itself in the middle of a controversial debate.
Mother Nature has taken its toll on one of Vancouver's crown jewels. Much of the forest in Stanley Park is either dead or dying.
The city of Vancouver is proposing a plan to remove dead trees from Stanley Park, citing concerns about wildfires and public safety. The Vancouver Park Board says drought and infestations by the western hemlock looper moth have devastated a significant portion of the park's tree cover.
Everybody's heartbroken that we have to do this work in Stanley Park, but it is necessary.
Right now we're going through a major bug outbreak, and all these bugs eat the trees, kills a decent percentage of the trees. It's great. There's new soil, bird habitats, food for the forest. It's natural. This bug has been here for thousands of years. It did this even as recently in the 1910s in a huge bug outbreak. But we always overreact. Why? Because there's a highway, there's people, a tree might fall on someone. Well, these are real questions, but that's why it should be more enter at your own risk. This is an original piece of landscape, but what is it instead? This is an urban park for the enjoyment of all people, which sounds lovely. But the issue is that is a very British colonial style way of looking at a little piece of land, where it really should be left alone, but instead we send in an army of chainsaws.
The park board says the plan to remove about 160,000 of these dead trees aims to enhance the forest's health, prevent injuries, and mitigate the risk of wildfires.
Now the city has decided to remove 160,000 of these trees. A lot of people don't agree with that, and I am one of them. When you cut down that many trees, it raises the temperature of the forest. So if you're just cutting down hemlocks, and then as you can see, if you walk around Stanley Park, there's these giant cedars that are in clear cuts now. The forest is way hotter. The hemlock looper really targets hemlock trees. It has very soft foliage, so it's really easy for this little inchworm to munch on the foliage of the hemlock. What I've been seeing is they've cut down a lot of living hemlocks that are near areas where there's dead hemlock, so they're probably anticipating that that tree will die. That's not right to do. You should leave that tree until it does succumb to the bug. I don't even think you should cut it down after it's died, but if you're going to, wait until it's at least dead. I see them cutting down a lot of what they would say are dying trees. Now that becomes very vague. What is a dying tree? Well, they'll say that hemlock tree is missing most of its foliage, therefore it will die. Not always, and we've seen that the past 6 months. A lot of the hemlocks have come back to life. They're bushy green again. You just gotta give them a chance. Now, another troubling thing I've seen is they've cut down quite a few ancient cedar trees. Now, I don't know why they're doing this, but I have gone up to arborists many times in the park when I see them doing their work, and the answer is usually the same. Look at that branch. That looks like it could fall. That's a leaner. That tree is not looking so healthy. It lost a bunch of its bark. They're coming up with reasons to cut off pieces of the tree and to cut the tree down. So how I would characterize what I'm seeing is they're over-managing the park. It's a huge misstep to come in here and cut down 160,000 trees.
Unlike state parks in the United States, Stanley Park lacks the preservation efforts and is treated more like a manipulated garden that must be maintained and managed. Stanley Park faces significant challenges stemming from this mismanagement. As one of the few remaining urban forests of its kind, it is crucial to prioritize the protection and restoration of this iconic landscape. Only through careful stewardship can we ensure that Stanley Park continues to be a true natural gem for years to come.